Joining me now is entertainment and royal reporter Kinsey Schofield. Kinsey, let's start with another member of the Sussex team quitting. Harry and Meghan have lost their chief of staff, Josh Kettler, just 3 months after he came on board and just days after their quasi-royal tour of Colombia. They've gone to Colombia, really. People magazine, who we know are very close to the couple, insist the departure was mutual. Is that the whole story?
I do not believe that this is the whole story. In fact, this is the same man that Harry and Meghan's team said was instrumental in the success of their Nigeria trip. So why cut ties so close to your Colombia adventure? Just a month ago, you and I talked about this. Prince Harry lost Dominic Reed, the Invictus Games original CEO. He resigned within days of Prince Harry accepting the controversial Pat Tillman Award on national television. I don't think that was a coincidence. I believe we're at 18 employees gone under Harry and Meghan since 2018, and that does not count domestic help and terminated members of their security detail. So we're seeing a pattern here. It appears to be a clear sign of ineffective leadership and a toxic workplace.
And we saw that same pattern when they were in the UK, and that was really never fully addressed, was it? Precisely why they lost so many staff, what happened with those bullying allegations. This sort of bad luck seems to follow the couple.
What's interesting to me, too, is to your point about People magazine, a former Archewell employee recently told People magazine that Meghan really wanted Prince Harry to get over some of this litigation and look forward and move on. We know how ironclad those NDAs are. So it goes to your point that People magazine is getting access to people through Harry and Meghan, that someone would be courageous enough to talk to them and make Meghan look good by saying Meghan wants to focus on the future and move past some of the drama and just look forward. So, yeah, I think that this is just going to continue to happen until this couple looks in the mirror and realizes perhaps they're the problem.
Now, Variety magazine has revealed that Algerian boxer Iman Khif, who sparked controversy along with a Taiwanese fighter for getting Olympic gold in Paris, despite having XY chromosomes, also known as being male. Well, how's this for chutzpah? He's now filed a cyberbullying lawsuit against X in France in the criminal complaint filed to French authorities. Khif names J.K. Rowling and Elon Musk and alleges acts of aggravated cyber harassment on the social media site. Kinsey, J.K., Elon, are they in trouble? Could they be going to prison?
Yeah, I mean, yes and no. We're seeing people's doors beaten down over mean tweets in the UK. So anything is possible today, quite honestly. I mean, I'm terrified. I think this is just a PR stunt, if I'm being honest with you. Elon and JK could literally buy the Olympics. So they have so much money. They'll put up a good fight, but I think this pursuit lacks credibility.
It's astonishing. And you know what? If they want to submit to a chromosome test, then I'll be right there fighting along them if they come back as XX, but we're told they've tested XY and they did not appeal that ruling. Now let's talk about news site Axios. They found that the Kamala Harris campaign has been editing news headlines and descriptions within Google. This is in search ads that make it appear like The Guardian, CBS, and other major news sites are pro-Kamala. The ads include links to real articles, but the headlines and supporting text have been altered to read as they support Harris's campaign objectives. But Kinsey, I've got to say, this seems to be an enormous waste of money for the Harris team. Why would they bother manipulating headlines when the media is already cheerleading their every move?
Well, because clearly they're greedy. But the wildest part about this is that it's perfectly acceptable behavior under Google's terms and conditions. I mean, it's clearly misleading,
Mm.
the tactic, but unfortunately, the tactic does not violate their policies because the fake ads are labeled as sponsored. The Guardian says that they intend to approach Google about this, that they're not comfortable with the Harris campaign manipulating their headlines in this way. But the more frequently Kamala's team engages in dishonest behavior, the more likely it is that these inconsistencies or suspicious actions will be noticed by people. It's going to be easier for others to catch on. So I'm hoping that this becomes a bigger story because if the Trump campaign did this, I can't imagine the hell that would rain on them.
Oh, if the Trump campaign did this, we would not hear the end of disinformation, misinformation, threats to democracy. It would be a massive scandal. But I think this will be overlooked by most.